Welcome or welcome back for some more Survive the Nights. It looks like the A to Z team are going to be smashing out these updates in 2024. We got a really good one at the end of December, which included loads of fixes for vehicles and improvements and actual barricading those vehicles in. Now for 1.28, this is the RV update with server performance and loads of different bugs, fixes, and all sorts of major little bits of quality of life improvements. But then when it comes to this RV update, this basically allows you to have a completely free base. You can drive your base around wherever the hell you want, which is awesome. I'm very excited for that aspect. It's something that the community have been requesting for such a long time, and something that I thought would be really, really cool. Next thing that I want to see is a military base or some sort of like underground tunnels like you see in the prison where you can get into the actual sewer system. I think something like that would be insane. But this movable base is a game changer. The map is quite big, especially if you're playing on a standard server and you've only got, say, 45 minutes in your day. It can quickly disappear and you have to get home pretty damn quick to fight off the horde. But with this movable base, you can have a whole host of fortifications strapped right on there and have a mobile horde base, as well as a fully fledged crafting and storage base as well, which is great news. Now, for 1.28, the team have said they're back at it and they've got a nice little update. Happy New Year, and the team hopes you had a great holiday, and they're working on general gameplay improvements and adding new features. And the first of those big features is obviously the RV improvements. The RV has been a team favourite since concept. We've always loved the idea of crafting a mobile home base. In 1.28, that vision becomes a reality. The RV is now fully functional, includes a stove, sink, bed, rear ladder, and a functioning lockable side door. These features have been a long time coming. Along with working RV features, we've introduced a new RV variant. The player can now find a completely empty RV, which will allow you to place crates, lockable storage, and whatever else you'd like to store inside. Now, as you can see here, the workable stove. This is one of the most requested features from the community. The ability to cook inside the RV allows a true nomad experience. You can also get dirty water from the sink, and for the time being, that supply is endless. Now, hopefully, they do tweak that a little bit, and to add to the realism, add a tank in there that we have to fill up, sort of on the outside of the RV. I think that'll be really cool. You go to one of the hatches, you've got to fill up the actual RV with the water, and then there could be something else which looks like a sort of generator, which you'd have to fill up with fuel and make sure it's got all the right plugs and everything in to power the stove and the lighting inside the RV. I think that would be really, really cool. And then here we see the lockable RV door. It is a little bit wonky, but in 1.28, you can now manually close and lock it. And a well-fortified RV is a very secure and feasible survival vehicle. So hopefully that does mean that it can withstand a zombie horde. That is something that I'm going to be testing. We'll do that in a video in a couple of days' time. I'm enjoying Survive the Nights. I'm definitely getting back into it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content as well. If you are, make sure you support it. Drop a like on it. Drop some comments down below. And if you haven't picked up Survive the Nights, I'd recommend doing so. All the links are down in the description below. It is a great game if you are a fan of this type of game. Now, another great feature is the working bed. So you can set the RV as your home base. So if you do die, you will respawn back in the RV itself. So which that does create a genuine nomad experience and rounds off the RV very nicely. You can live on the road and always respawn back at your fortified RV. So if you are playing a bit of PvP as well and shit goes wrong, you'll revive back in your RV and you can literally disappear away from that PvP setting, which is good news. Now, another very important feature is the working ladder. So the rear ladder that is on the back of the RV, introduced in 1.27, was placement mechanics. So you could place fortifications, loot random items on surfaces inside and out of the RV. But now you'll be able to actually climb up on this ladder onto the roof and fortify the RV from the roof, as you can see here, and make pretty much a mobile base, which you can jump on top of and fight off the zombies if needs be. The only thing I'm not too keen on this is, especially with that sort of setup that you're seeing now, that's definitely going to be a pain in the ass if the zombies do get too close to the bottom of the RV. I mean, obviously you can have it covered in spikes like there's no tomorrow, but how long would those spikes last against, let's say, a fully fledged level 13 or 14 horde? Maybe not long, but we'll have to wait and see. And then, oh yes, Oh yes, Projo. If you watch the old streams on this game, Projo was an absolute menace with the prison bus, but now they've added the prison bus into the empty RV category as well, so you can build a prison bus home. Placement mode inside vehicles has opened up many new possibilities, and we've realised with this mechanic introduction in 1.27, the empty and cleaned out versions of the RV and the police bus were needed, allowing players to completely retrofit the vehicles as they see fit. So as you can see here, this is the empty prison bus loaded up with gear. Now, that is pretty damn cool. You can put bars on windows as well, so you can still shoot out of windows. I think that would be great for the Horde Night itself. The prison bus, I think, would definitely... And then there we have the empty RV, which is really cool. And then it's stocked up there with a load of good stuff. Now, there's also been a hotfix since this update was released. This update was released on the 17th, I believe, of January, so I did miss it. Very sorry about that. And then a hotfix came out today on the 20th of January, which included loads and loads of random little bits of fixes and improvements. So for hotfix 1.28.1, loads of stuff has gone into that. So certain items weren't spawning, which they now are. So stuff like sensor items, sensor work lamps, they're now working correctly, and you can remove your home from the RV. There was an issue where you were just getting stuck in the RV and you couldn't change your home spawn. Propane tanks will now explode and clear up items correctly. Items attached on vehicles will now get destroyed if the vehicle explodes. It's now possible to interact with the RV interior cabinets without unlocking the vehicle. See, that last one could be a big old pain in the ass, because if people can actually, if you are playing PvP, that could mean people could get into the cabinets without actually having to own your RV or get into it, which could be a little bit of an issue. I don't know whether that's a typo and it's now not possible to interact with the vehicle being locked. Not 100% sure on that one. But lockable storage, they've also added a brand new metal storage container, as well as functionality for locking craftable containers. They've also used a load of fixes to improve performance. So server improvements will now bring the RAM usage down significantly, and 1.27 used a bug which caused the server to use 6 gigabytes. Now that drops down to 2 gigabytes of RAM. Now, they've also improved a load of pickups, so they've reintroduced work lamps, new items have been placed inside of AI ragdolls, kills now display the right amount of AI killed and no longer includes dead AI, placement of items is now allowed inside of AI ragdolls, and vehicle repair kits now have an icon in your inventory. And when it comes to those vehicle fortifications, there are certain things you can actually find in the world now without having to actually craft, which is really, really good. Such as bull bars, which are a vehicle attachment, and then vehicle light bars, which is, once again, another vehicle attachment. Now, it also got, as we mentioned at the start, cooking stoves and a water tap in the RV. So it is just a rolling base. I think out of the prison bus and the RV, the prison bus definitely has the best route to go when it comes to the storage capacities in there, the building capacities on it and in it. But the RV, just general sort of, like they've said, nomad lifestyle is definitely the best one to go with. We'll definitely have to compare the two and see how they do. For now, though, we're going to wrap that one up there. I've been Wired. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.